Hey again, Adi here with a new video. I told you over and over that I will make my opinion as a video, and I'm here to give you my opinion on PoE 2 so far. I really liked it, and I played quite a lot of time. I only played this character, so I'm currently at like 3.5 days, and level 88. I'm really having a blast farming tier 15, which is the highest tier in the game. Having 4 tier 15s, and it's quite hard to sustain them. So yeah, I played a lot. So having this said, I want to start off with the changes I really like. I like the gem changes a lot. I like that you have to link the gems now, or your quality, the gems. I mean, you did this before, but you pretty much have everything related on the gem now. You need 3 sorts of jeweler orbs, which you can find. I haven't found 5th and 6th link, so I had to buy them. But I like how you progress with it through the campaign, and when you are in the area where you get like up to 4 links and slowly progressing, this is really good. I also like that you only have one support gem, and you have to get creative what you want to use on which gem. It's not like the same gems over and over in every setup, and that's really good. I also like that you have much less currency, so it's not that complex anymore. I also like the salvage bench and how you can accumulate the quality, crafting, currency. In the early game, I liked transmuting and augmenting item bases. In the late game, I start to really miss out on alterations. So having the chance to reroll like a good base when you have a base with 2 sockets and high item level, having to find one again is pretty hard. So I would prefer to roll with Orb of Alterations now. But I get it that you don't want to have it in the game to make it too easy. And yeah, it's for everyone the same. So it's quite fair, but I sometimes start to miss those. I also like the ability to dodge as a mechanic to have harder boss fights and force you to play better to get the rewards. That being said, with maps only having 6 portals, but if you die, the map is done. That's also very fine for me. You have to play good to get rewarded. That's fine. Sometimes it's not easy to see why I got hit with the dodge roll, so I'm still questioning myself if there are iframes or not. It feels like you can dodge better with the dodge roll, but it's not as consistent as it should be. I also like that it's hard to get items in the campaign, that you are forced to use currency to progress. The lack of rares in the early game makes you use regal orbs and exalteds, which you are finding enough. So you have to have the knowledge, is the item worth? Will I upgrade it with my currency, or do I wait for another one? I also used a lot of vendors, so every level the vendors got new items and rewards. So I checked those out every level up. So that was also something that helped me progress through the campaign. And it is very encouraged by having not so much loot. So the game somehow tells you to do it or makes you do it. Otherwise, you're gonna struggle a lot. Then, lastly, the very positive things. I liked it in the campaign when I had to fight a boss 5 or 6 times and learn the mechanics and realized, oh, this one probably kills me because I'm lacking cold res. I have to really dodge this one and not crit for damage. I should not stand in this hit or stuff like that. So you try over and the fight was still interesting, because it was not like super easy one mechanic dodged and then I can DPS through it. I like the boss fights where they were like 1 to 2 minutes. this leads me to the point which I don't really like now that I'm in the end game. I really hoped that bosses will last as long as they did in early game. So I didn't want the bosses to be like one shot, one stun, and they are done. In the early map stage, I was hoping for it to get better at tier 15, which it unfortunately didn't. So my last hope was having the Atlas skill tree right here and skilling mob boss difficulty. And now that I got this, and even though I was on maps which had like 2 extra level from Corrupted and from Irradiated, I can't click on it. So I had plus 2 level and plus 2 boss level, and even then the boss was like a freebie. And I mostly go rares on tier 14 or tier 15, and they sometimes even have like here and Feeble or Eleres, and yeah, they are still a bit too easy for me. I would prefer them to be more challenging, so you have to really play a good boss fight to get the rewards. I mean, you can do the boss last, but the way it is balanced right now, you need to have boss maps. And that's my biggest complaint yet. So for example, this icon here, I mean, we can see it here, the map boss icon. This is where you get the map sustain from, and this is where you get upgrades in waystones. So you can't really progress unless having enough of those maps. I just cleared this area with all the boss maps I got. And now it's like an odyssey to find more boss maps. So this is how endgame feels like for me. I'm currently just running around, grabbing towers, putting in my precursors, tablets to juice up my maps and make them higher level. And I'm struggling to find boss maps. And I preserve my tier 15s for boss maps because otherwise you nearly get no refund. That's probably what you can see. I have one tier 13, multiple tier 12s, but in the early game the map tiers, they gapped, so I had multiple low tiers and 2 or 3 high tiers, and the high tiers were just saved for boss maps. So I was doing maps which didn't get me quest reward for the skill points, but yeah, now I got all. And I want to go high maps, and yeah, only boss mobs feel rewarding, and that's the struggle I have right now. So I'm thinking about having a twink. Not sure what to play yet, but all in all, it's a great game. It's still in early access. There's a lot of time, and GGG can prevent the mistakes they did maybe to PoE 1 and keep it a completely different game. That's what I really hope for. So people can decide if they want to play the fast PoE 1 or the slow PoE 2. But yeah, in my opinion, there needs to be a solution for late game. And I also really hope they fix Uber Ascendancy, because right now the 7 and 8 point are bugged. So that's an issue too, but whatever. It's still fine. So, oh, that's a nice finish. So making some money. And that's my last word, and yeah, hope you liked the video. Share your opinion if you agree or not. I'm up for it. I'm trying to respond on my YouTube video, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, don't forget, it's early access, and enjoy it as much as you can, and see you guys in Ray class. Bye bye.